If you have a door that won't close, no matter what you do, you just can't get that thing to close, right? Well, it's called a swollen door. Now, we have a couple here in the project house, and in today's video, I'm going to show you what you need to do to correct the problem so that your door shuts easily. Hi everybody, I'm Leah of Seejanedrill, and today's video has to do with doors that just won't shut. Now there are a number of reasons why a door may not close. It could be hinge bound. Now what that is, well, you'll know when your door is hinge bound because when you go to shut it, you'll feel resistance. And then when you let off that door, then that door springs open again. And that's easily fixed by shimming the hinge plate out. Because what happens is that mortise is cut too deep. And when you put the hinge plate in, it's recessed. And that's what causes a hinge bound door. Now number two, it could be as simple as the screws are in the door. Maybe they're worn a little bit and they don't have that same holding power that they used to. But that's a simple fix as well. You know, sometimes it's just about using a longer screw. And number three is a sagging door. It's a door that you can't close because of the sag. But here's the thing. There's a fix for that as well. It can be as simple as adjusting the knuckles on a hinge plate. Now, if any one of those issues sound like, well, exactly what you're experiencing in your home, I'm going to place a link in the description below this video to two Seejanedrill videos that we did a while back that will tell you exactly what you need to do to remedy that problem. Now in today's video, well, we're going to be addressing what's called a swollen door. That's when there's high humidity and during the summer months, the door expands to the point where, well, you can't close the door. And in the winter months, that door tends to contract and makes it easier to close the door. But sometimes, even in the colder months, that door won't shut. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what you need to do to fix that. And believe it or not, it can be easier than you think. So let's get started. Now I'm starting off with a very sharp pencil because I'm going to use the pencil as a guide. I'm going to strike a line here and it's going to tell me just how much I need to plane off the hinge side of the door. And it looks like it's a little less than 1/16 of an inch. Next, remove the hinge pins. Just give it a little light tap with a hammer. And now, remove the door. Now it's important to take the door and rest it on its side. Now next I need to remove the hardware from the door. Because remember, I have to plane 1/16 of an inch off the hinge side of the door. And to do that, I need to remove the hinges. Now, while the door is resting horizontally, it's important to clamp the door to something stable. In my case, I'm using a C-clamp to clamp it to a shop chair. Now, before we go planing off the hinge side of the door, because remember, we've got to take 1/16 of an inch off here. Well, before we do that, we have to make certain that we chisel out our mortise 1/16 of an inch first. So I've already got it marked, and I'm going to chisel it out so that when we go to plane the hinge side, our hinges will rest flush with the door. They're not going to be proud. Now if you notice, I've got my door marked 1/16 of an inch, that line there. And that's going to let me know how deep I need to chisel my mortise. Now it's time to plane our door. Now, you can use a hand plane or you can use an electric planer like I am here, and it'll make quick work of it. Now, once the door is planed, it's always a good idea to do a dry fit first. Now, once you've got the hinges cleaned and the pins lubricated, it's time to reinstall the hardware. Now, there's something else that you need to do, and that is the hinge side of the door that's been planed, it's bare wood now, and you have to make certain you paint that wood. Otherwise, the door could swell all over again, and you'll be right back where you started, rather than a door that closes easily. This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time.